My name is LP. I'm a songwriter singer, and I'm here at Baeble. New York represents the struggle for me. Now I'm cool with it, but for a while, it was like coming back. Like, I don't know. I find New York, although I love it and I'm excited by it, I find the vertical nature of New York keeps me a little like, I feel like when I moved out to LA, I felt like I've opened and like able to like receive the muse a little better, for lack of a better explanation.
No surrender years ago. And will
my first record deal, my first major label deal really got me started on the songwriting thing in 2006, and I was signed by Island Def Jam, and they like basically kept pushing me to write with all these big songwriters, and I got my first cut with another artist, which was the Backstreet Boys, and it kind of was like this watershed moment of oh, you can do that, huh, interesting. It's like kind of like learning to cry on command, and that was actually very useful, even though it sounds like it would be soul crushing, and it can be, if you let it. Like, I've reached that burnout level. I think when you choose your passion as your job, you can lose the taste for it. You can lose that. You can lose the passion for the passion. Then I bought a ukulele just for fun, I'd always wanted one, and then for some reason that brought the joy back to me personally. I signed with Warner Brothers in 2011. Had a 3-year stint there. Had the best of times, had the worst of times. Played them a bunch of songs for my new record. They were like, "Those are great," and then dropped me, and then those songs became this huge thing in Europe. And here I sit.
Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine. So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. And all I ever wanted was you.
I was lucky because like it was a kind of a fluid deal, and they tried to get in touch with my label at the time, Vagrant, but they couldn't get it through to them. So the guy direct messaged me on Instagram, which I had just started checking them because I missed out on some opportunity. Like it was like the early days of like for me, like where I was like, oh yeah, DMs, I should check them, And I was like, oh, okay. So I checked in. The guy was like, hey, I was wondering, I think your songs will work here, and can I have your people's information, because I just I can't get through. So I gave it to him, and then next thing I know, my song was charting, and then Lost on You, I think, was #1 for almost a year in Greece, and it spread very quickly to like Italy and Poland and France and all these other countries. But that was the epicenter. That's called Girls Go Wild. That's the first song off the new record that I'm going to be putting out this year. I feel like it's like kind of like a vibe single, we're calling it. It's like it's not like my song Muddy Waters, but it's like I enjoy like releasing a first song off a record that's kind of almost in a way like I feel wipes the slate clean for the next batch to come in.
There's an album coming out.
Yeah.
Any details on that yet?
No, I have a lot of songs. I'm like, I tend to, like everybody, I think you get a bunch of songs and then it starts to like sculpt itself in a way. It's very interesting how some songs get like left in the dust and all of a sudden other ones are on it, and I like a record to have a landscape, to like not be, I try always not to write the same song over and over, so, and it is an interesting, I wouldn't call it a predicament, but it is an interesting thing that I have this song Lost on You that I feel like tons of countries are hoping I'll write another Lost on You, I think, and then like there's other countries that are like lost on what? Who? I don't even know what that is, So it's like, so I'm not trying not to chase anything, It's just like as usual, I just like kind of like doing the thing.
Just take what you can. When we're now, it feels like you don't understand.
Super random questions.
Okay. How many toothpicks are in a thing of toothpicks? No, I'm just babbling. I'm Babling. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, time travel, dude. Are you kidding me? But I would probably go into the future. You don't want to look like this and go in the past. I might get, eaten by a tiger or something. So we gotta be careful. Yeah. It's very scary. I mean, past is scary too. The present. It's the present. That's what we brought you here today to talk about the present. Yeah. There you go. Tick, 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 tick. Hi, I'm LP, and you're watching Baeblemusic. Enjoy.